The historical figures for me, those being who are no longer with us, first and foremost would be my grandfather. I share with my students, and sharing earlier today, we're laughing that when I think about the sacrifices that my family, and for me, my family is not just my blood family, but my community, that my family made for me, I am overwhelmed that people who did not know me, before I was even conceived, they made sacrifices for me to be here. So my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, graduated from high school at the age of 76. And today I have the tassel that he wore when he graduated. That is probably the most important possession that I own. I would say more so than the paper that my doctorate degree is on, because it represents for me a life of sacrifice, that he saw the importance of education. My mother, my aunts and uncles all had the opportunity to get a college education, which is phenomenal to think about the time period in which my grandfather, as a single father, my grandmother died, my mom and her siblings were young, and just the fact that education was important enough for him that he demonstrated after he retired from the railroad the need to have an education. So my grandfather, without knowing her, my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, is important to me in the sense that she left a legacy in her children of family, of God, of sacrifice, of not having a spiritual, a religious life, but a spiritual life, understanding that it's our spirit that's going to take us into glory. So for my grandparents, everyone in my community, there are so many people who've transcended, but the people from my community, I remember